Arsenal have some big decisions to make before the transfer window closes, with Jerel Quansa, Ezri Kansa, and Jules Kundai all linked with a move to the Emirates. But while Arteta looks to strengthen his defense, there's another player who could be just as important to Arsenal's season: Martin Odegaard. After a difficult campaign, the Arsenal captain has already given fans something to be excited about. So, what's happening with these three defenders? And why does Arteta believe Odegaard could be a completely different player this season? Arsenal's search for another defender appears to be gathering pace as Mikel Arteta and Andrea Berta assess their options ahead of the final weeks of the transfer window. With William Saliba and Jurrien Timber unavailable, the need for additional defensive cover has become increasingly apparent. Ideally, Arsenal seem to be looking for someone capable of operating at centre-back while also offering an option on the right. Three names in particular are dominating the current conversation: Jerel Quansa, Ezri Kansa, and Jules Kundai. But the reported level of Arsenal's interest differs significantly between the three. So, where do things currently stand? Jerel Quansa currently appears to be the most concrete option. Arsenal are reportedly in talks with Bayer Leverkusen over the England international, with Arteta attracted by his ability to operate at both centre-back and right-back. The 23-year-old only moved to Germany from Liverpool last summer and enjoyed an impressive first campaign with Leverkusen. But that creates Arsenal's biggest problem. Leverkusen don't want to sell. They have Quansah tied to a long-term contract and would require a significant offer to reconsider their position. Arsenal may therefore be talking, but that doesn't necessarily mean this will be an easy deal to complete. Ezri Kansa has been on Arsenal's radar throughout the summer. The England international offers exactly the kind of versatility Arteta tends to value, having experience centrally and at right-back. Arsenal have reportedly already tested Aston Villa's resolve with an offer, but there remains a considerable difference between the two clubs' valuations. Villa are reluctant to lose the defender and are believed to value him at around 60 to $65 million. Further, discussions have reportedly taken place, so Konsa shouldn't be ruled out. But the question is whether Arsenal are prepared to move significantly closer to Villa's asking price. Jules Kundai is perhaps the most intriguing name to have resurfaced. The Barcelona defender was linked with Arsenal previously and would again fit the profile beautifully. He's comfortable at both centre-back and right-back and has considerable experience at the highest level. Reports from Spain suggest Arsenal are interested and Barcelona could consider a substantial offer. However, this is where we need to distinguish between interest and negotiations. Despite some of the stronger claims surrounding Koundé, there has yet to be reliable confirmation that Arsenal are actually negotiating with Barcelona for the Frenchman. Koundé is therefore certainly one to watch. But at this stage, the situation doesn't appear to be as advanced as the Quansah or Konsa talks. What's particularly interesting about these three targets is how similar their profiles are. Arsenal don't simply appear to be searching for another centre-back. Quansah, Konsa, and Koundé can all provide options centrally and on the right, potentially allowing Arteta to address two areas of concern with one signing. That versatility becomes even more valuable with Saliba and Timber unavailable. Right now, Quansah appears to be the advanced, because talks between Arsenal and Leverkusen have been reliably reported. Konsa remains firmly in the picture if Arsenal and Villa can find common ground over his valuation. While Koundé is arguably the most exciting possibility, but currently seems more a case of interest than an active negotiation. With the transfer window moving towards its final stages, it increasingly looks like Arsenal intend to add another defender. The big question is which one Andrea Berta can get through the door. So, Gooners, if you could choose one of Quansah or Koundé, who would you bring to Arsenal? And how important is it that the club gets another defender signed before the window closes? Let us know in the comments. Martin Odegaard scored a fine goal as Arsenal beat Manchester City in the Community Shield yesterday, and his overall performance was impressive. His display has led the Gunners' manager to believe that this could be a big year for the Norway and Arsenal captain. Odegaard struggled with his fitness for much of last season and was not the same player at his best. Arsenal will therefore be keen to see him remain fit and available throughout the campaign, particularly as the club attempts to retain the title. Against City, Odegaard provided a glimpse of what Arsenal can expect when he is fully fit. His performance will give the Gunners confidence that he can produce similar displays more regularly. With the club relying on its captain to play a major role, Arsenal have one of the top managers in the world, and Mikel Arteta earns the trust of his players each day. Odegaard will therefore be keen to continue working hard for his manager, while Arteta will want his captain to remain healthy and available. The manager understands the importance of having Odegaard fit and believes his best football can return when he can build momentum and play consistently with the players around him. Arteta also appears convinced that his captain has more to offer. Arteta explained that Odegaard's struggles last season were partly caused by his inability to maintain his fitness, which prevented him from finding any real rhythm. He now believes a fit Odegaard can become a very different player for Arsenal this season. Arteta said via the Daily Mail, "Well, he missed 5 or 6 months for different things, and it was extremely difficult for him to get any momentum. So I'm sure this year, if we can maintain him fit, available with the players around him, we're going to see a very different Martin. And I sense from the first day that he joined that he has something else in the belly that he wants to prove and show it, because the team needs it as well." Those comments underline Arteta's belief that Odegaard has another level to reach. If the captain can stay fit and maintain his momentum, Arsenal will hope his influence can help them defend their EPL crown.